Hello everyone, I'm Saroj from the Tourism School. Today, let's see how we can do encoding and decoding of airlines as well as cities in Galileo Travelport system. So let's do few important airlines of the world. So I'm encoding airline Emirates. So we use command.ae Emirates and we get the code of Emirates airline. Next, I'm taking Qatar Airways, which is again one of the most important airlines. So .ae followed by Qatar Airways will give me the code of Qatar Airways, which is QR. Then I am doing Air France. So I get the code of Air France, which is AF. Next, I am taking Lufthansa. So system has given me the code LH for Lufthansa and CL for Lufthansa Cityliner. Next, I am taking United Airlines, which is the airline of USA. So the code is UA. So the two-letter code, which is mentioned in front, is the ITA code of the airline. And then we see there are few alphabets which is mentioned on the right-hand side. So if I see the case of United Airlines, I have received code A, G, and S. If code A is mentioned, it means airline is a member of ARINC. G means that airline is a member of SITA, and S means that airline is a scheduled passenger airline. Now I'm ignoring the screen and let's do decoding of few airlines. Suppose you want to understand the code EY. So we use command.AB, which means airline decoding for EY airline. So I get the name Etihad Airways. So EY is the code of airline Etihad Airways, which is the airline of Abu Dhabi. Next, I have taken QF. So .ADQF is going to give me the name of the airline, which is Qantas Airways, which is the airline of Australia. Next, I am taking example of AY. So AY is the code of Finnair, which is the airline of Finland. Next, I have taken SV, and SV is the code of Saudi Arabian Airlines. Next, I am taking example of DL. So DL is Delta Airlines, which is the airline of USA again. So now let's see encoding and decoding of cities. So to encode a city, we use command.ce, which means CE encode, followed by the city name. So I'm typing here Jeddah. So JED is the ITA code of city Jeddah, which is in SA country, which means Saudi Arabia. You want to encode New York, you type .ce New York, because New York is a multi-airport city. So that is why M is mentioned on the right-hand side to NYC. So NYC is the city code for New York. Because it's a multi-airport city, so M is mentioned and the list of airports is also mentioned here. So EWR is one of the airports, which is New York International Liberty Airport in New York. Then we have JFK, which is John F. Kennedy Airport, and then list of all the airports in the city. System also shows the railways and bus ITA codes as well. So next, suppose you wish to do for Frankfurt. I type .ce Frankfurt and I get the list of codes in Frankfurt. So FRA is the code for Frankfurt, which is in DE, which means Germany, because Frankfurt is again a multi-airport city. So that is why M is mentioned besides FRA, and the codes of airport are just mentioned beneath FRA. So next I am taking Dubai. .ce Dubai will give me the ITA code for Dubai. And because Dubai is a multi-airport city, so list of all the airports in Dubai is mentioned, plus list of railways and bus stations ITA code is also mentioned. So next I'm doing .ce Toronto. So system will give me the code of Toronto as well as the list of airports, railway stations, and bus stations in Toronto. So these are the ITA codes of cities and the airports. So in case you want to decode any city, we use command .cd. .c stands for city, D stands for decode. So it means decoding a city. So you can type the code here and you will get the answer of that particular code. Suppose you want to know about LON. So I type .cd LON. So I get the detail beneath. So LON is the city code for London, which is in United Kingdom, and list of all the airports, railway station is also mentioned in this detail. So suppose you wish to know that AUH is which city code. So we type .cd AUH and we get the detail that AUH is the ITA city code for Abu Dhabi and the list of airports is mentioned. Then I'm doing SYD. So SYD is the ITA city code for Sydney, which is in Australia, and list of airports is mentioned. Then I am doing AKL. So AKL is the city code for Auckland, which is in New Zealand, and it has 2 airports, which is mentioned just beneath the ITA code of Auckland. Next, I am doing TYO, which is the city code for Tokyo, which is in Japan. And then list of airports is mentioned just beneath the city code of TYO. Encoding and decoding of airports and of the countries can also be done in the similar manner as we did for airlines and for cities.